The Galactic Combat Academy's training hall buzzed with the chittering voices of dozens of species, each convinced their homeworld had produced the galaxy's finest warriors. Instructor Vex High, a towering Krillian with 4 arms and chitinous plates covering his 7-foot frame, surveyed the new recruits with barely concealed disdain. "Another pathetic batch," he rumbled, his mandibles clicking together. "Look at them. Soft Altarians who melt under pressure, cowardly Zenthans who flee at the first sign of real combat. And," his compound eyes fixed on the smallest figure in the room, "a human." Marcus Chen stood at attention, his 5'9" frame dwarfed by nearly every other recruit. His dark hair was regulation short, and his brown eyes remained focused straight ahead despite the instructor's obvious contempt. "Ah, yes. The famous Earth species," Vex High continued, beginning his traditional first-day intimidation routine. "We've heard the stories, haven't we, class? How these humans supposedly conquered their homeworld through sheer determination." His laugh was like grinding metal. Fragile bones, thin skin, no natural armor, no claws, no venom. "Tell me, Earthspawn, what possible use could you be in real combat?" Marcus maintained his position, voice steady. "Sir, I'm here to learn and serve, sir." "Learn?" Vex High's forearms gestured dramatically. "From what we understand, your species takes 12 standard years just to reach basic maturity. Most civilized species are combat-ready within 3. Your homeworld's gravity is barely 60% of standard. No wonder you're so fragile." Several alien recruits hissed their species' equivalent of laughter. The Altarian beside Marcus shifted away slightly, as if humanity's supposed weakness might be contagious. Vex High stepped closer, looming over the human. "I've seen the reports from your homeworld. You bleed from minor cuts. Your bones break under moderate pressure. You require constant hydration and feeding. In the old days, we would have classified your species as prey animals." "Sir, yes, sir," Marcus replied, though something flickered behind his eyes. "Perhaps we should test this legendary human toughness," Vex High mused, circling Marcus like a predator. "I understand your species has something called adrenaline, a chemical that supposedly makes you temporarily stronger when threatened." His mandibles spread in what might have been a grin. How quaint. Most species simply evolved to be strong all the time. The instructor stopped directly in front of Marcus. "I think a practical demonstration is in order. Show us this famous human resilience." Without warning, he lashed out with one of his massive arms, aiming to knock the human to the ground. Marcus didn't dodge. Instead, something extraordinary happened. His hand shot up, catching Vex High's forearm. For a moment, the hall fell silent as the 7-foot alien strike was simply stopped. The instructor's compound eyes widened in surprise. "Impossible," Vex High snarled, applying more pressure. His chitinous arm pressed down against Marcus's grip, but the human's hand didn't budge. If anything, it seemed to tighten. Marcus's voice was calm, almost conversational. "Sir, you're correct about human physiology. We do bleed easily. Our bones can break. We need food and water regularly." His grip shifted slightly, and Vex High felt his arm begin to bend in a direction it wasn't designed to go. "But you missed a few things in your research." What are you doing?" The instructor gasped, trying to pull away. His other 3 arms grabbed at Marcus, but the human's free hand caught another arm with the same impossible strength. "For instance," Marcus continued, his voice never losing its respectful tone even as he slowly twisted both of Vex High's arms, "we evolved on a world where everything was trying to kill us. The gravity you mentioned? It's actually higher than you think. Your data was from our lowland regions. Most of human civilization developed in the mountains." The other recruits watched in stunned silence as their seemingly omnipotent instructor was held helpless by the smallest being in the room. "Also," Marcus added conversationally, "that adrenaline you mentioned? It doesn't just make us temporarily stronger. It shuts off our pain receptors, floods our system with energy, and removes the natural limiters that keep us from damaging ourselves. Most species can access maybe 80% of their muscle potential. Humans? When properly motivated, we can hit nearly 100%. Vex High's chitinous armor began to crack under the pressure. "Stop. You're breaking—" "Yes, sir, I am," Marcus agreed. "You see, there's another thing your research missed. Humans don't just fight for survival. We fight for principle. When someone threatens the weak, mocks the defenseless, or abuses their authority," his grip tightened incrementally, "we tend to take that personally." The sharp crack of breaking chitin echoed through the hall. Vex High's scream was barely recognizable as coming from the same being who had been confidently lecturing moments before. Marcus released him and the instructor collapsed, cradling his shattered arms. The human stepped back, returning to attention position as if nothing had happened. "Sir, I believe you have some medical attention to seek," Marcus said politely. "When you're feeling better, perhaps we could discuss a more accurate assessment of human capabilities." As medics rushed to tend to Vex High, the other recruits stared at Marcus with a mixture of fear and newfound respect. The Altarian who had moved away earlier now edged closer, clearly reconsidering his assumptions about human fragility. From that day forward, Instructor Vex High's lectures included a new section: "Why underestimating any species, especially humans, is the fastest way to end your military career." And Marcus Chen? He graduated top of his class, earned the Academy's highest honors, and went on to become one of the most respected officers in the Galactic Defense Force. After all, humans might be fragile in some ways, but they've never learned when to quit.